What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome back to another episode of New York Giants Our Way Talk with Big Pass Sports Talk and your boy G Nation, Lou Inside Sports. What's going on, Lou?
What's going on, brother? Excited, man. Excited,
Yes,
excited.
yes, 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 I am. The 53-man roster is out. But before we get into 53-man roster, there was a couple of things that happened today. First and foremost, Wan'Dale Robinson is officially off the PUP list. He will be in the Giants lineup now. He may be on a snap count for the first couple of weeks, but he's ready to go. He passed his physical, and you're gonna see how that works out in the 53-man roster in a little bit. And the New York Giants make another trade for another DN slash edge rusher and Boogie Basham from the Buffalo Bills. You know, we have a great relationship with the Buffalo Bills. We trade players, we take players from them and make them stars. Isaiah Hodgins, cough, cough. And I think Boogie Basham could come in here and do some similar things for this defense, especially with Wink working this defense. So, Lou, what you think about the Boogie Basham trade?
We got him for a steal, first and foremost. We got two, we got him and another pick for our sixth round pick. What? No brainer. And it's not even next year, it's the 2025 draft.
Right. Yeah, it's for the 2025 draft. So if he doesn't pan out, ooh, we lost a 2025 six-round pick. Ooh.
Like, come on, bro. That's a no-brainer for one. And two, we've been talking about this for a while now. We needed somebody behind Aziz and behind Thibodeau to back them up when they need a Gatorade break or bathroom break or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it's definitely good. It brings depth with a guy that we know it can play at an NFL level. It's not a rookie. He is still young. He was drafted in 2021. So, I think all in all, he'll come in here and be a good fit.
Yeah, I think Boogie Basham fell out of favor over there with the Bills. It's because it was just loaded over there, man. You got Von Miller, AJ Espinoza, Gregory Rousseau, Jerry Hughes at one point, Ed Oliver. Man, it's so many people over there with the Buffalo Bills, man. You can keep naming on and on and on. They have some more young players that are stepping up. They had to step up because of the Von Miller injury. So, Boogie might have fell out of favor, man. But what Boogie does, at the very least, he fills the Jihad Ward role, and he's more athletic and he's faster. He's like a young Jihad Ward out there, if you want to call him that, which we need that because Jihad Ward plays both DN and edge rush. And so if Leonard Williams needs a breather, we could put him in there. Or we could, if we want to do a speed rush with our three defensive linemen with Williams, Dex, and Boogie Basham, we can do that. He's an interchangeable piece on this defense, and that's what they've given Wink some pieces this year, bro. Like whatever Wink went into that office and said this offseason, they was like, okay, Wink, we'll give you what you need. Let's see what you do with it. I mean, they gave him Isaiah Simmons, Boogie Basham, Deontay Banks, and Trey Hawkins. They gave him Okereke. I mean, Javarius Owens. I mean, Pinnock is playing well. They gave him a lot, man. So Ashawn Robinson, Nacho, Lewis. Like, it's crazy out there right now. They cut Zimenez for him. I know a lot of people are
Let's
happy about that.
go.
I know a lot of people are happy about Zimenez being cut today.
I tell you what's a shocker though. I was definitely shocked about the Darian Beavers cut. That one.
Yeah, yeah, that one surprised me. I'm gonna put it on that he's not fully recovering from that ACL, and maybe he's never been injured before in his life before then, so maybe he's not adjusting as well as they thought that he would. Hopefully, he lands on the practice squad, and I'll continue to say this. I think he's better at edge rusher than inside linebacker. I think he was better at edge rusher at Cincinnati. So if we could put him on the back burner on the practice squad and let him get fully healthy and let him learn more about the edge rusher position, I think he could come out next year, really compete, and make this edge rusher room that much better. But we'll
Oh
have to
man,
see.
Thibodeau,
So
Ojolari, Boogie, Basham, and Beavers.
Mm-hmm. And you know they're gonna get a draft pick of an edge. I think they're gonna draft the edge very early next year, but we're talking about this year. So we gonna go ahead and get into the 53-man roster. But that was some of the moves that was made that was surprising today. Let's go ahead and get into this 53
Cole
man
Beasley's
roster.
Cole
Yeah,
Beasley.
yeah,
He only went with 6 receivers.
right. So we're gonna start with the QB position. We both know that Jones and Taylor was gonna be the QBs, but the cut of the veto was kind of surprising to me, man. I think DeVito really showed flashes this preseason. Hopefully, he's able to return to the practice squad. Maybe they know that he will be able to return to the practice squad, and they'll bring him up probably every game because his roster spot is not costly to the 53 or the 47 that you have to have during game day. So they can put him on a practice squad and continue to bring him up and let him learn from the clipboard with Tyrod Taylor this year. But how you feel about the quarterbacks, man?
Well, I got confidence in DJ. We've been saying for a few years now, if he puts some pieces around him and a front line in front of him that can protect him, that he can make some noise in the NFL. And I believe this year we are going to see just that. And it's going to be a very loud noise. It's going to be a wide-spreading and far-reaching noise because I'm predicting an 11-6 season, and we all know, that's the floor. I think we win no less than 11 games.
Right.
So, if that comes to fruition, then that means the Giants did their thing, and ultimately that means Daniel Jones did his thing. So I'm confident that he's going to shine. Tyrod Taylor is here just because of his familiarity with the coaches and the system. He's a veteran. Uh, so, and I agree. I think you bring DeVito onto the practice squad and you develop him up, and then maybe next year he can compete for that backup job when you save some money and don't have to pay Tyrod all that money.
Very true. Very true. So I mean, that's the quarterbacks. Now we're gonna have to play a little bit of theme music for the next man we get ready to talk about with the running back position. Play a little bit of theme music before we get into it. All right, you talking about the running back position and Saquon Barkley, Matt Breida, Gary Brightwell, and Eric Gray. Are you surprised that we kept 4 running backs?
Yes, very. Um, I know that Matt Breida has history with these guys. I'm gonna tell you, I am not a Matt Breida fan at all. I was mad when he came over here. Uh, I'm mad that he's still here. Uh, Same way I felt about Kenny Galladay, same way I felt about Jason Garrett. Uh, I'm glad Cole Beasley's gone. I don't want any former Dallas players. Um, but yeah, I did not want Matt Breida here. I know that they signed him before, so he was gonna be here. That was a no-brainer. But um, I just the 4 running backs was I thought we were keeping 3, and I know Gary Brightwell is here predominantly because of his special teams role. He's not going to be getting carries, so I'm anxious to see if this is going to be the Barkley and Gray show, or if it's going to be Barkley Breida Gray. Um, I think Eric Gray can beat Matt Breida out over time. Maybe not this year, but next year. I think with a second year under the system in the NFL, the game will slow down for him, and he'll have a better grasp of it. And Matt Breida getting a little older. Eric Gray is running hard, young, fresh legs, paused. So I can see him winning out and it becoming the Barkley and Gray show, but not this
Well,
year.
here's where I disagree with you on about the running backs.
The hell was it?
That was a tackle.
NFL football 94 sound effects.
Right. I think Matt Breida is needed on this team. He's the change of pace back. Like nobody has his speed when it comes to on the field, including Barkley. His straight line speed is ridiculous, and I think he's just a change of pace when it comes to the running back position. I'm definitely surprised Gary Brightwell made the roster because he's been hurt the whole time, and maybe he might be put on IR in the future. Who knows? Eric Gray is more talented than Breida, but he's not the change of pace that we need to Barkley to make him like the second back. Breida is definitely a
Oh, you
different
think
type.
Breida's faster than Barkley?
Yes, straight line speed, he is faster than Barkley. There's no question about that. Better go look up the history. He is faster than Barkley. Barkley straight line speed. Now he's just not as elusive as Barkley. That's the difference. But straight line speed, he's faster. There's no question. But I just think he's the change of pace back, and we need that on this team. Like he does the grimy stuff. He's the one on the third and ones and shit that you throw the ball to him. He has to run through two people to get the first down sometimes. Like he's made some pretty good plays for this team, and if he gets more of a chance as a receiver out of backfield, I think he could be pretty doggone dangerous out of the backfield too as a receiver. He's shown it, but he's a change of pace back, and there's no way you can get rid of Breida until you find another change of pace back next year. But Saquon Barkley is definitely needed on this team, considering those running backs. No question. Receivers. This is a surprise to me too. I thought they would at least keep 7, but they only keep 6. And Paris Campbell, Isaiah Hodgins, the rookie sensation, Jalen Hyatt, Wandale Robinson back off the pup, Sterling Shepard, and Darius Slayton. I thought they would at least keep uh Cole Beasley, but looks like they said we got enough slot receivers and we're going to roll with these 6 guys. So that tells me that Jalen Hyatt is going to get some pretty good playing time this year. That's all that tells me if they're only keeping 6 receivers because Wandell and Sterling are going to be your primary slots, but Jalen Hyatt is definitely going to get some playing time this year. What do you think about that, Lou?
I agree. I think if you look at it the way they have it there, he's basically um he's the number 3. If they come out with 4 receivers, whoever's in the slot, he'll be on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be what your ex.
Yeah, X.
He'll be your ex receiver. So, um, I mean the way they have it scripted here. So it looks like he's already a starter or right there at it. So Wandell just coming off the pup, so we know Sterling Shepard will be in the slot
Mm-hmm.
until Wandell's 100% and wins that job out. Um, so if you line up with a 4 receiver set, you're looking at Paris Campbell, Isaiah Hodgins, Jalen Hyatt, and Sterling Shepard on the field. And if you got a tight end anywhere out there like Darren Waller, I like this receiver group, man. And the fact that we still have Bryce Ford Wheaton, true, we don't have him this year because he's injured, but that's another skilled player who is showing um, growth and skills in the preseason. So I'm excited. We went from the slowest wide receiver group and one of the worst wide receiver groups last year to this phenomenal group of receivers. I'm excited, man. I'm telling you, bro. We Giants gonna be hosting a Lombardi Trophy this year, man.
Yeah. The receivers, there's no one on this roster that you'll say that's a top 10 receiver or anything like that, but they are a bunch that is a very good group of receivers. And as you see with Kansas City, if you do have a very good group of receivers, you can do a whole lot like hoist a Lombardi. Um, the thing I'm saying is that Jalen Hyatt will be sharing snaps with Slayton and Isaiah Hodgins. I think they pull off Isaiah Hodgins when they want to go pure speed. And if Hyatt is showing that his route running is up to par, more than likely he'll be getting splitting snaps with Slayton. More than likely. But when they go their all speed set, you'll see Paris Campbell, Hyatt, Slayton, and Wan'Dale Robinson on the field when he's ready to go. Let's go to the tight ends. Paul. All right, the tight ends is the three people that we said will be on this roster. I knew Lawrence Cager would make this roster once Bryce Ford Wheaton went on IR. Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Cager, Darren Waller. Three solid tight ends, like three solid tight ends. Daniel Bellinger could block, Waller can block,
Oh,
Cager.
sorry, that's one thing we forgot. Lawrence Cager was a wide receiver in high school and played some wide receiver in college. So maybe that's why we only went with the 6 receivers and still have
Maybe
Bryce
so.
Ford Wheaton on IR, and also have Lawrence Cager who can multifaceted play tight end and receiver. So
Yeah, we can line Lawrence Cager up on the outside. So can we do with Waller? That's maybe
yeah,
why they only have 6 receivers as well, because Waller's gonna be lining up on the outside.
yeah.
That's plain and simple. So yeah, that may be the reason why they only kept 6 receivers. Daniel Bellinger is definitely he's gonna play that fullback tight end role for us this year. The
Red
H
zone.
back row. Lawrence Cager, he's gonna be backing up Darren Waller. So I call him Darren Waller light. He can do some of the same things Waller can do. He's just not as good as it, and he's a little bit smaller than what Darren Waller is, which is crazy because Lawrence Cager is a big dude. Pause. But the tight ends, I believe, are very good.
Now, drum roll, please.
Right. Play some music right here. Hold on, which one I need to play? Talk about the offensive line, man. Lord have mercy. Yes, you heard the intro music to the offensive line.
Very ominous and dark.
Right. You got Ben Bredesen, Joshua Azudu, Mark Lewinsky, Shane Lemieux, Marcus McKeithen, Evan Neal, Matt Pert, JMS, and Andrew Thomas. As we know, Andrew Thomas, John Michael Schmitz, Evan Neal, Glowinski, and more than likely Ben Bredesen will be starting with Azudu, Lemieux, McKeithen, and Pert backing those guys up. We better not get a starting 5 offensive lineman hurt this year, or we may be in a little bit of trouble. But Marcus McKeithen was promising. So, but
Maybe
Shane Lemieux, if he gets hurt, I
Lippy.
mean, if Glowinski or somebody like that gets hurt, Shane Lemieux and Azudu, I like Azudu, but his form is not ready. Paul's Matt Pert, Lord have mercy, he's definitely not ready. It might be a problem if we get an offensive lineman hurt.
I
But I'm
do
gonna knock on wood. Nobody's gonna get hurt on this offensive line, and we will be a very decent offensive line this year. That's what I think.
I do want to say shout out to the GM for getting rid of Corey Cunningham, Wyatt Davis. Those are the same 2 dudes I was complaining about all preseason. Corey Cunningham, Wyatt Davis. Listen, I'm mad. We still got Pert, but I understand. Okay. You at least got rid of 2 of the 3 that I was complaining about. So thank you for listening and seeing, because them 2 dudes was trash. They was not it. They was not the backups. They was not the backups to the backups. They not even XFL. I'm just saying. But I think I agree with you. This offensive line, the starting 5, if given time to gel and grow that cohesion that they need, I think this line can be a serious line. I think we can be, top 20, maybe 15th offensive line in the league.
Oh, we 15th. It's on. If this offensive line is 15th,
If we a middle
it's
of the
on.
row,
Yeah,
offensive line, it's a problem.
it's a
Because
serious problem because we got too much speed.
needs is 2 seconds.
If DJ is getting close to 3 seconds per pass, it's over. You got too much speed on the field. Somebody finna get open. So yeah, if we're top 15, I don't see too many teams beating us. If our offensive line, because that's the only thing I could really think about that's weak on this team is the offensive line, and it's not that it's like terrible. It's just the weakest point when I point out on the
A guard
offense.
or two away from being great.
Right. Like if we had a dominant guard, it'd be on. So yeah, if this offensive line is 15, oh, you talking something now, Lou? I was just hoping top 20, top 25.
I'll be running halfback slants and halfback guts all day with a top
Man, what?
offensive line. They'd be like, wait, the running backs are back. Yes. Yes, we are. And we're going to play action the shit out of you after we run.
Right, right. Yeah, if that happens, Lou, you talking something now. But let's get to the defense, man. Let's get to the defense, man. We're gonna start with the linebackers. We're gonna start with the linebackers, man. This is what we do here.
Bye bye, oh shame. Bye bye, oh shame. Shame on you, Mr. Zimenez.
Right. With the linebackers. You know, you got Cam Brown, Carter Coughlin, Michael McFadden, Bobby O, Isaiah Simmons, Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Jihad Ward. You know, Azeez Ojulari and Thibodeau are going to be starting edge rushers, and Michael McFadden and Bobby Okereke would have started inside linebackers, with Isaiah Simmons being influxed into the system. I think he'll probably take over that role probably by week 2 or 3, but you got to bring him in slowly. Pause. Cam Brown and Carter Coughlin, they're the backup inside linebackers behind the big three, and you know they're here for special teams purposes. Jihad Ward, he's going to do what he needs to do. He's a Swiss Army knife. We put him in there to do what he needs to do and get the dirty work done. How do you feel about our linebacker group this year, Lou?
Let's not forget that this
Yeah, Boogie Basham is on his way
Boogie Basham
as
was
well.
acquired, so we have to add him on there, and that to me just makes this linebacker group and defensive line uh just that much more fearsome, man. Offenses are gonna have nightmares trying to game plan for this defense. Complete, I mean, literally the whole defense. We haven't got to the defensive line or the DBs, but anybody who's a Giants fan knows what we're looking like in those positions. And once you start naming these linebackers alone, Cam Brown, Carter Coughlin, Michael McFadden, Azeez Ojulari, Bobby Okereke, Isaiah Simmons, Kayvon Thibodeau, Jihad Ward, Boogie Basham, like this group of guys is going to terrorize quarterbacks this year. And I don't think people are really understanding that because the media and you know sports analysts throughout the sports world are not talking enough about Wink Martindale's schemes, his defensive mind, and the players that he has at his disposal now. You saw that very first Aaron Rodgers series. We were pinning our ears back and blitzing.
Right. We had like 8 people on the line.
You know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
hilarious.
So
Yeah.
it's about to be a serious defensive showing this year by the New York Giants. And I can't wait, man. I'm telling you, become a member of the Blitz Squad. Join the G Nation Blitz Squad and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk because this year is going to be a year worth cheering for and a season to remember. I'm telling you, book it.
Yeah. I told you guys last year after watching the Bills game, and we had the the Bills people coming over and Joe Shane and Brian Dable, and I seen the way they were building the defensive line the year before, and I was like, he's getting ready to build this defensive line like they built over there with Buffalo, and they're gonna play get his ass. Pause. And what I mean by that is there's a fresh person coming at you every single play. Every single play, somebody's coming fresh. We can bring out Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari, put in Isaiah Simmons and Boogie Basham, or Boogie Basham and Jihad Ward. You see what I'm saying? Like it's crazy how they're building this team, man. Somebody's fresh coming at you every single play, and it's going to allow people like Bobby Okereke to roam free, to let Michael McFadden roam free, and Michael McFadden is going to surprise some people. I looked at the way that he played in the preseason. He's going to surprise some people, and it's going to be hard to supplant him with Isaiah Simmons. as far as just being an inside linebacker. They're going to have to find a way to have Isaiah Simmons, Michael McFadden, and Bobby on the field at the same time, which they can do because Isaiah Simmons can play any role that you need him to play.
Oh,
Michael McFadden is going to be a good linebacker, man. I think him and Bobby O are going to be the linebackers moving forward for a long time because he's a different player. Like what you saw last year is complete BS the way that he's playing this year. He's playing like a linebacker and he's hungry. And Isaiah Simmons, not saying that he's not going to be here. Isaiah Simmons, we can use him as the pass rusher that he wants to be moving forward. And we can use him in the slot. And we can use him at safety. And we can use him to blitz from the middle of the field with the linebackers. We can use him any way we want to use him. And that's why he's going to be on this team too. So linebackers are straight. I'm cool with the linebackers. Let's get to the defensive line.
Woo.
As you see, DJ Davidson made the squad. Big Dex, Nacho, Jordan Riley, Ashawn Robinson, Leonard Williams. That list right there is very promising. Leonard Williams, established. Ashawn Robinson, established. Jordan Riley, a hell of a 7th-round pick that made the squad and made his name known that he can back up Dexter Lawrence and we would be okay.
Man, listen.
New Year's Roches with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won a Super Bowl. Run stuffer. Dexter Lawrence, enough said. DJ Davidson was playing well last year before he tore his ACL, and now he is back. I feel very confident with the linebacker and defensive line rotation. Like I said, you could put Boogie Basham on the defensive line if you wanted to. He can back up Leo Williams if he needs a rest. It's crazy, man. Jahai Ward can back up Leo when he needs a rest.
Our front seven is going to be feared throughout
yeah,
the league.
it is.
I'm telling you, our front seven is going to be feared throughout the league. And we have enough pieces now where you can take a break and still be impactful on every snap.
Mm-hmm.
You can rotate guys in and out as they need breathers and still get damn near the same production. So I'm telling you, and then, and we get to the next group of guys. If these two groups that we just spoke about haven't got to you, them guys in the back is going to eat.
Right. Man, it's crazy this year.
Them front seven is going to create pressure, and there's going to be some throws thrown early or off target, or guys, quarterbacks running out of the pocket trying to buy time and taking big shots. Pause. And I'm telling you, it's going to get ugly for other teams, man. The New York Giants are revamped, renewed, reinvigorated head breakers. I'm telling you, bro. And I got a feeling, even though we're past this, I got to bring it back up. Barkley is playing with a huge chip on his shoulder. And now with a second year of rehabbing and getting his legs back up under him fully, we're going to see prime Saquon Barkley this year. We're going to see Barkley of 2018. And if you add all of them ingredients together, you're going to have the best damn New York Giant gumbo you ever had. This about to be the greatest show on turf, Big Blue version. This is about to be lit, man.
I'm waiting
alone.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they do, man. I think the Cowboys gonna be in a bit of a surprise when it comes to the old New York Giants this year. And the crazy part about it is we still have the element of surprise because you haven't seen these weapons with the New York Giants. So you really don't know what we're gonna do. We still have the element of surprise like we had last year. Except this year is even worse because now we could be dominant and you don't even know it yet until it happens to you. So we'll see. Lastly, but not least, before the special teams guys, we already know we got the best kicker in the league in Graham Gano, Jamie Gillian. That's all I can say. Casey Crater, lone snapper. He'll retire a Giant. He's been here for a long time. Now the DBs. The Deontay Banks and Trey Hawkins III, our 2 draft picks, will be our starting corners. That hasn't happened in a very, very long time. The only person I can remember people that started two cornerbacks was the 49ers back in the day with Ronnie Lott, and I forgot the other guy's name. That was the last time I can remember that happening. It's very rare, but it's very rare that you get two cornerbacks like this. I believe Trey Hawkins and Deontay Banks are going to be the cornerbacks for the Giants for a pretty good time. No injuries happen to them. I believe they will be here for a pretty long time. DBs after Trey Hawkins and Deontay Banks, we got Adoree Jackson, the veteran. He will man the slot most of the time, which is a very good thing for us because Adoree Jackson in the slot means we have somebody that we can trust. Not the next guy I'm going to name, Darnay Holmes. He made it again somehow. And Nick McLeod as the corners. Nick McLeod would definitely have some special teams duties, and he would do real. And Cordell Flott, forgot about Cordell Flott. He's going to have to prove himself.
Aaron Robinson is still on PUP, but we still have him as well.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back. I don't see him coming back at all, to be honest with you. And then the safeties,
waive him, so he's still on the team.
Yeah, I don't see him doing anything when he comes back. He's hurt too much, man. He gets hurt sneezing, man. I don't understand it. The starting safeties is going to be the X-Man, Xavier McKinney. Now the real X-Man is on the team, and no other X-Man is on the team. Xavier McKinney can now be the official X-Man of the Giants. You got Jason Pinnock. He will be the other starter. You got Bobby McCain, Javarius Owens, and Dane Belton backing them up. I'm proud Javarius Owens made this team.
He earned it.
He was another guy. Well, he was a 7th-round pick too, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be a special teams demon. I'm telling you, that dude was built for special teams, and he can play safety pretty doggone good when he gets a chance.
And he's got some height.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by next year that he's the third safety in rotation. He's just young. He's very raw from Rutgers. And he's going to go out there. He's going to earn his stripes on special teams just like everybody else. And I think he's going to work his butt off. And I think he's going to be in that starting safety rotation here soon. I just like the way he plays, man. He plays with an aggression that's ridiculous. And he's fast. He's not just some slow guy out there trying to hit somebody all day. No, he could cover as well. Like, he surprised the hell out of me, man.
And you're not going to beat him with that over-the-shoulder throw easy because he's not a short corner or short safety. So he can get up there and disrupt the pass. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for this New York Giants team, man. 11-6 is the floor. You know, y'all already know what to do, man. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, share this video on all your social media platforms. Help the Big Blue Crew Sports Network get notarized out here and you know, help us boost the channel, man. Help us get pulled into the algorithm because we grinding, man. We giving you content like nobody else, and y'all already know it. That's why y'all be ninja watching and don't be hitting the subscribe or the thumbs up button. You got to stop watching from the shadow realm at some time, man. It's free. It costs you nothing to do this. Okay.
Exactly. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching New York Giants Talk Our Way with your boys, Big Pat Sports Talk and G Nation Inside Sports, Big Blue. We are the Big Blue Crew, co-founders of the co-founder Classified 3F with Joe. Love you. Wish you well.
Yeah, well soon,
and
brother.
Until the next podcast, welcome to the Gulag.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground! This is the Gulag. In here, you fight to win back your life. Gates!